What's going on, everybody? We are here and back in black and ready to go for another podcast this week. Me and Alex are here. Alex, what's going on, man?
Man, we're excited for the festival. We got a lot going on. It's just a
Man, you jumped right to it, didn't you?
dude, I can't wait. I'm excited. It's a grind. I'm just a little slap happy right now, a little tired, but
I know. We're here with Chris, kind of the organizer.
social media coordinator.
I'm no organizer.
Yeah.
I mean, you are doing a lot this year, though.
I am, yep.
This is your third time on the podcast, too. Jeez, oh, peace. We're running out of guests.
Yeah. No, we love Chris.
No, I'm just joking. No, this kind of week, we're going to kind of talk about our previous week of hunting. We talked about the first week for us, me and Alex. This past week, I guess we'll talk about this before we get into the festival talk. This past week, we hunted Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we learned a couple things. One, well, I'll let you guess, Alex. What would you think that we learned on Saturday's hunt? I got two.
The main thing I could think of is that but we kind of already know this, but I think it was just more that pound it in our head because, you know, sometimes we get a little bit off track of what we're doing year after year.
Mm-hmm.
But to stay out, if you see those migrators rolling through,
okay, make
it an all-day hunt. Don't leave for some other stuff. Stay out all day because we definitely could have. We could have put the hurting on them. Rent's due, man.
It is.
We let them slide. They're living another day in our houses that they ain't paying for. So
it is. Anything else you learned about Saturday's hunt?
I can't remember. I can't think right now.
My first number one thing on Saturday's hunt that comes to mind is that we can't shoot with a shit. Because I'll tell you that right now. That's number one, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
We had some birds locked up. I mean, we had one flock about 10
It wasn't
yards.
just, hey, I'm going to say this, though. It wasn't just me and you hunting.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But I'm not going to put the whole fault on the group. I mean, we haven't put a lot of time in as a group, even in the off season, though, this year. Shooting-wise, shooting clays. We usually go through a couple pigeon hunts. We haven't been able to do that this year. So it was nice to knock the rust off.
Yeah, for sure, knocking the rust off.
I
mean, I screwed up bad. Like, I only had one shell in my gun on that 3-pack. But I was getting the dog right, and it's just rust. It's just...
Right. I was filming, and after I seen them birds fly away, I'll tell you one thing right now. That video is not making it very far for us right now.
Yeah, 100%.
One out of, I think it was just a flock of three. It flew in. 3-pack came in about 10 yards. There were some high rollers. They acted like MiGs coming down, but I don't know if they were actual true MiGs or not. But, MiGs could be even just 5 mile away birds. But they spun a couple times. They dumped in about 10 yards in front of us. I called a shot, and we were lucky enough to just hit one of them things. So, yeah, it was a little rough. But I don't know. It was just one of those things where I'm glad that it was now instead of later in the year. You know what I mean?
100%. We were not ready to shoot. I don't think. Overall, the group was not. I don't think we were dialed in. Like you said, we didn't have any pigeon hunts this year, which is huge for knocking the rust off.
Right.
I went out and shot clays personally one time the whole summer. I just feel like everything was booked out every weekend for us. And with work and, the new baby and stuff, it
was the first north wind that we've had. And the locals still did local stuff. They kind of short-stopped us, and we only scratched out a couple of them. And Brandon and those guys had to leave a little early, and we just thought, well, they're not really rolling like the way that we want them to roll right now. We'll pack it up. Well, that was probably the biggest mistake of our life.
Yeah.
We had plans to go hang out with GK guys up at
Woods and Water.
And if we would have known that they were rolling that heavy,
Because they really didn't start rolling heavy until we were
10 o'clock.
Till we were like completely packed up.
And they rolled the rest of the day.
Yeah, so, all day.
But it is a good feeling though, knowing that they're rolling that heavy right now.
Yeah.
And I froze my butt off that morning, man.
I know. I can't believe you were so cold. You were on the side of the wind though, where the wind was coming.
I was on the side of the wind. I was upwind of everybody, and I only wore a hoodie and these grinder pants, so I really had nothing on. But I don't know. It was a good weekend. Sunday didn't really pan out the way we wanted it to. Some guys were hunting down the road. It just is what it is. I mean, early season, man. It's awesome seeing these guys that are shooting them up and getting into them, but even before the season started, we just kind of knew early season wasn't going to be our year.
I always expect a different outcome every year, and it's the same outcome. And I don't think I'll ever learn.
I think this year I kind of did. I finally did. You know what I mean? Like I kind of know what's going to happen. And I don't want to say I know what's going to happen, but I kind of got an idea like what's going on.
I always expect something different, I guess. I always hope.
You expect the best.
I always hope for the best.
Right. And then it just takes that one group that is down the road from you to spook the birds up or whatever it may be, and it just is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, them early season birds that haven't heard calling or shots at them all year. I mean, they're going to come to you, and you know, birds are going to switch up a lot. I mean, we learned that opening morning.
Yeah,
they weren't there. They were there the day before. Weren't there the day we hunted them. Well, they were there the next day afterwards.
Right.
So just is what it is. But we went to Northwoods, or Woods and Water, not Northwoods. Went to Woods and Water. Your first time going up there.
That was awesome.
My
There's so many people.
Time. Yeah,
I didn't expect that many vendors.
They put on an amazing show up there.
Yeah, super organized, super clean.
It was just all whitetail, or like the waterfall, deer hunting, the turkey hunting, just everything in general. It's always nice kind of just getting a whole recap of everything before like all the seasons really kick off, I guess.
Yep.
You know, and we met some amazing people up there. You know, the Hurricane Marsh Outfitters.
Yep. Lifestyle brand.
Yeah, those guys. We met some guys that do a deer hunting on the TV.
Yep.
I forget the names of them guys.
They were I can't remember the name,
wallet,
but they're a youth ministry, like whitetail outfit, and they have their own TV show and whatnot.
It was. I mean, those guys were right off the bat, so it was nice talking to those guys. I think they're just right out of North Branch, right north of us here.
Yeah, we were cutting up just about how cutthroat the waterfowl and I mean the hunting industry is in general. They went through some stuff themselves.
Card on me, but yeah,
that could have sank them, but they kind of fought back and
hopefully
didn't let it affect them. So
hopefully, I have those guys on our podcast here soon. They sounded like they wanted to come down, and then the Hurricane guys, they were a retreat from Missouri. There, I mean, they're going to be coming on soon.
Yep.
And I do want to say, I want to shout out my guy that stopped us walking down the road. I don't know who he was. He listens to the podcast.
Yeah, if you hear this, shoot us a DM.
Because I'd like to get you a hookup on some swag from us.
Yeah.
Shirt, hoodie, hat, whatever it may be. But I'd like to know who he was and thank him again.
Woods and Water guy that came up to Kyle. If you hear this, shoot us a DM.
Yeah.
We're going to get you right.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I never thought in a million years we'd be sitting where we're at now with this whole podcast stuff and people listening to us and stopping us like that. So it's a very humbling thing to happen. Wholesome thing to happen, I guess.
100%.
It's pretty cool that not just me, you, and our parents listen to this. And more people listen to this whole
right.
thing. But that's kind of the recap, I guess, for this weekend. Hunt. I mean, it was tough. It's hunting, no. It is what it is. It's always nice to get out, get the dogs out there, and get the family and friends out there. But this weekend is the big weekend for us. I know we mentioned Chris prior to this. Chris is here with us. He's the one that's organizing the whole social media, or not organizing, sorry. He's a social media guy for Point Mouille. Like I said, this is the weekend that we've been waiting for. and been very excited for since last year, really.
Yep. And I think we're going to have a really good turnout this year. I think we're going to see a turnout this year that I think we haven't seen in a couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, what's your opinion on that, Chris? I mean, you've been to previous years, and
I think this year is going to be the best in like 20 years, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I feel like too. I feel like just all the advertisement everywhere, and then with you running the social media, doing so many posts and keeping it relevant and keeping it fresh in people's minds, I see it being very receptive.
I think so too. Yeah.
it takes like we've been saying though, the I hate to say it, the younger crowd to come in and realize the social media and understand who to reach out to and when to reach out. I mean, it takes these people to change these things, and I can't preach it enough to the guys all over, wherever you're tuning in at, to get a hold of your local, waterfowl branches, I guess, or just DU, or, we have some local, I don't know, groups, I guess, in the area, just to reach out and to put some effort and some time back in, and don't always just give a little bit back whenever you can.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing too, is like give back to what you're using. Don't just trash it. Don't just show up. Like, try to get involved any way you can to give back to it, because without that, some of those guys, like, without that, you're not hunting. So,
yeah,
it's
worth it in the long run, I think.
100%.
Like, if you think about your kids and stuff like that, you're setting up your kids for a better future.
Yeah, 100%. That's how I think now that I have one.
Yeah.
And I'll say this to where we're not anything near what Point Mouille is, or we're not the ones that are like honing in for Point Mouille, but last year was our first year there. Years prior, I mean, there might have been 15, 20 vendors, maybe, if that. And last year, I'd say it was about half full. And every year we start building it up. And the biggest thing that I hear from people, is it worth going up there? Is it worth hanging out there? Is it worth it? It's going to be worth it if you make it worth it. People need to show up and see what it's about. It's you can't complain about the shows being bad if you're not going to be contributing to what's going on with the community itself. I mean, Point Mouille, it's a historic event around our parts.
It is. It's been going on for 76 years.
Right. It's crazy to think about that.
I saw on Facebook the other day some people are trashing the festival. Oh, it's not how it used to be. It's not. I actually commented on it, and I was like, no, it's going to be different. Things are changing.
I mean, prime example. I mean, it's not good. I don't want to go there, waste my time. I don't want to look at a bunch of garage sale stuff. Well, then make a difference then.
Yeah.
You can't complain about what's going on if you're not making a difference about it.
You have no say unless you're doing something.
Exactly.
100%.
And that's a big thing. Like, just show up to a meeting. It's always open.
Always open.
Come see what they got to say, or put your 2 cents in and voice your opinion. Don't beat a dead horse and just talk to yourself or be a keyboard warrior about it all.
100%.
So many and you want to know who the biggest keyboard warriors are? The guys that are in like their 40s and 50s and 60s. It's not even the kids that are our age, I feel like. It's like the 50-year-old dudes at home that hate their wives, that are drinking 500 beers a night, that just are pissed off at the world. Then get out and change it, man.
It's almost like the voting aspect, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's same exact thing.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
You can't bitch and complain about who the president is if you didn't vote.
Right.
And it's the same thing with the festival. Don't complain that it's bad, or like the garage sale stuff's always there if you're not doing nothing about it.
It kind of feels like a slap in the face to us now that we're so involved in doing so much for it and putting so much time and effort into it.
Yeah.
It kind of pisses you off a little bit, rubs you the wrong way. You know what I mean? Because it's like, man, like if only you knew how much was going into this on the back end, how much time we're taking away from our significant others or our own personal stuff we want to be doing, not wanting to do that all the time, I don't know. I just wish
it takes a lot.
I don't know. I just wish people would be a little bit more open-minded.
It takes a lot, that's for sure. And I can't thank, Point Mouille, the whole board there, and even Gibraltar Duck Hunters Association.
Yeah, they're a huge help too. Tim and those guys.
there's so much time and effort and stuff behind the scenes that people don't see. That, you got no room to complain about anything.
Yeah.
What you laughing at?
Nothing. Just nothing. We're good. Keep rolling. We just got to stay positive here on Point Malay. We're going to have a great turnout. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be the best time that we've seen in a while.
Fine's a little slap happy tonight, man.
Yeah, man. I was just thinking about our boy Zach. Zach puts a lot of time and effort in this shit, man. I got to give him one rip.
His mom or him?
Yeah, both of them.
No, I can't say that. God dang, yeah. I'm super excited though.
I am too.
For our second year, we're gonna be up at the GK booth this year and our own booth. We're gonna be doing a couple podcasts up there. We're gonna be hopefully getting trouble going on. There we go. Sorry about that. Hopefully be touching every vendor there and getting maybe a little 5 to 10 minute segment with their with them on a podcast and with their experience at the festival and what kind of products that they're bringing to the table. And I don't know, it's gonna be a packed weekend, but it's gonna be a fun weekend. We're gonna have some people here at the room afterwards. I feel like some people might jump in the canal from losing a bet of playing pool. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I did that.
Yeah, no,
cornhole.
That was cornhole.
That's right.
Because me and Lauren beat you like 21-0.
No, you did not. It was close as shit.
Not the second game.
Oh yeah, you smoked us the
second game. The second game we killed you guys.
Yeah, I'll make that bet again right now. If I lose in the game of pool, I will jump in that canal. No, I'm playing.
Nobody wants to see you butt ass naked, man. Nobody wants to see that. It'd be like a full moon with a crescent moon in the background. Right. Nobody wants to see that junk. Maybe Luke, because Luke's here too, but he just don't have a mic tonight. He don't want to talk. But Chris, you want to kind of explain, or go into a little bit of details on some events, or even some of the vendors that are going to be there this weekend.
Yeah. So starting out Saturday, we got the layout shoot competition, that's pretty sweet. A lot of people, they don't think about going to a festival and doing a layout shoot or whatever. So I think that's pretty cool. And if you've never been out in a layout boat, that's your opportunity to go out.
It's a whole different,
yeah. So that's pretty cool. We have the trading post, which that's where you guys are gonna be at. We have the art tent, the decoy show, the Monroe. So that's a big thing is the Monroe decoy show. We got a lot of vendors coming out for the decoy show. That'd be pretty cool. We got the dog jump, which is the dog jump that it's. They had the dog jump qualifications from like 9 to 1 o'clock, and then at 1 o'clock they had the championship. Luke, do you know what Jamal won?
I think it was 17.
Was it 17 foot?
I think it was 17 because I was just talking to Cancer Joe tonight. I think it was about 17 foot.
Yeah, I want to say it's either 17 or 18 foot that he won.
Because I think
he had that black.
Rip, Annie, and Erie. Well, I think Rip and Annie, I believe. I think they were right around 15 last year. Because I think Annie, my sister's dog, Rip's sister, finished second. And I think she was not far behind Jamal's dog.
Yeah.
And Jamal's going to be entering again this year.
He's got another puppy, too.
Yeah, he just got the new pup. Yep.
Yeah, so that's that. I think that's pretty cool how we do that. A lot of places don't have that. And if they do have it, it's like in a pool. This is actually in like the river and lake and whatnot. So it's kind of a more of a realistic feel if you got a dog that's hunting and stuff. We get the duck calling contest, a bunch of kids activities, the live auction at 5 on Saturday, and the beer tents from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. All day Saturday pretty much.
Is there a goose and duck call competition?
Yes, it's goose and duck.
Okay, because
yes.
last year they did not. So this year they are now. Okay, cool.
Yep. So I think they had the single man and then 2-man.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's all ages.
So I'm sure they have a novice in there as well.
Yes,
and,
yes,
okay.
yep.
I gotcha.
But they don't have a kid sector. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be almost like the novice would be a kid. Yeah,
yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I actually had a couple kids ask if there was going to be like a kid, section.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to do that. We don't have the time for that.
No, there's a lot that's going on. I mean, I remember last year I ran the kids duck calling well, not even competition, but just helping
seminar.
out with seminar. and I can't decide on who's going to do it this year, either Alex or Trav.
You want GK doing it?
I believe GK is going to be doing it
Okay.
already.
Yeah.
I believe.
That's all up to you guys. Because there are some other people coming, but
Well,
I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to do it or.
No.
I believe GK donates a bunch of duck calls for the kids, then so the GK guys, like whoever's running the booth, like puts the time in it and helps the kids
DU is
out.
putting on the booth.
They put it on, but then the GK guys go up there and put the seminar on.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Alex or Trav is going to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll volunteer to do it, just so no one else does it, because this is our backyard.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
No.
That's how we look at it. That's how I look at it. I'll even volunteer if Trav don't want to do it. I'll volunteer to do it just so no one else does it.
I was shitting bricks last year. I had a bunch of kids with a bunch of popsicles, like all melted all over their face, looking up at me, trying to blow duck calls.
Really?
I was more nervous than jumping into a new group of hunting guys and blowing a call. If that makes sense.
Really?
Dude, I was like freaking out up there. I don't know why.
Really?
Was it just everyone watching you, or?
I don't know. It was just like the guy's like, hey, there's a professional duck hunter. And I was like, who the hell is here right now, man?
Yeah.
Like, I don't,
Is Sean Saul going to walk out behind me?
He's trying to bring me up on stage, and I got to tell these kids to jump around in a circle and jump on one foot and rub their belly and pat their head at the same time, blow their duck call and this, that, and the other. And I'm trying to make it look like I'm not know what I'm doing. I don't know. It was just one of those things, like trying to make it fun for the kids out there. You know, it's I don't know. It's not difficult, but it's difficult.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You heard about that, didn't you, Fonz?
Yeah, you told me a little bit about it.
Because Glenn's
You'd be good at it, Alex.
Well, Glenn was like last year. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing at like 2:00 today?" I was like, "I'm gonna be here, man. What's going on?" He's like, "All right, cool. You're gonna be up doing the kids seminar." I was like, what? No, like what?" And so like all day I was just dreading that, man. But
Yeah.
I mean, looking back at it, I was happy I did it and stuff.
Yeah.
I was shitting bricks.
I mean, I don't know. I've grown up with a ton of kids, so it wouldn't really faze me, you know?
Yeah.
It's just keeping them occupied and interested in it all is what kind of was making me
You lose their
nervous because-
attention fast.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing, like with the youth nowadays, you got to keep them interested. And I feel like a lot of people nowadays, even taking kids out, it's like the kids want to be done hunting. Well, guess what? You're done hunting then.
Yeah.
You got to keep them like happy and wanting more of it. It's just like a puppy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you want that dog to want that bumper and want that bumper. And it's hard to like just keep that up for like a solid 15 minutes up on stage.
Yeah. Are they up there with you, or were they down below?
At first or down below. And then you bring them up top with you.
How many were there?
About 30.
Holy moly. I mean, it's hard to keep all their. You're no way. It's just with kids that young, there's no way you're gonna keep all 30's attention. Maybe 10 if you're lucky.
With their parents staring at you, with their younger siblings staring at you, and then the kids that don't want to be up there staring at you, and then everybody else at the festival staring at you. Yeah, it was a lot, but it was cool though because like I got some videos of some guys that I know that they had their kids in it, and their kids, like I was telling the parents, was like, listen, I'm sorry, but the kids blow your calls as loud as you can. As soon as you get in the car, have a good time with it. Just you're gonna take off a lot of parents, but you're gonna have a good time with it.
Yeah.
So I got a couple videos from a couple different parents. Their kids just wailing on the call on the car ride home.
That's
and
awesome.
stuff,
That's
man.
kind of
It's
awesome
like,
though.
yeah,
I love anything to do with like our kids. Like now that I have one, it's just so different to me.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, that kind of stuff. Like you make such an impression on them.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
does.
Especially
They
since
remember
you guys
that
are
stuff.
local too.
Yeah.
Like, these kids are gonna see you around.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, he showed me.
Right.
And that could make a huge impact on some of those kids.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And I feel like that's what opened up my eyes personally about this past weekend on the Woods and Water show. Like just the people that like actually listen in and hear what we got to say.
Yeah,
Like I said, it's just all kind of crazy in my opinion.
100%. It's wild how many people you actually reach that you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all just it's very humbling. What was that, Luke?
I said it's a good feeling.
There's old Luke. Luke the Great. Wasn't that your nickname in high school? Or was it Sniffer?
Of course. Yeah, they always called me Shorty back in high school.
Was it Sniffer? I mean Skipper? Skipper.
Yeah,
Skipper.
oh, yeah,
That's
Skipper.
what it was. Not Sniffer. Skipper. I'm sorry.
Shorty.
Shorty, Sniffer, Skipper.
What up, Shouty?
I don't know.
Luke Duke.
For the future wise, though, I mean, the last 2 years, it seems like the festival's like really growing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
What in your opinion, like, would make even next year's festival even better than this upcoming year's? And we don't know how good this is even going to be. I mean, obviously it's this weekend. I mean, what do we need from other people to make it grow even further or even go further?
I think the biggest thing is we need to work on, more vendors coming out, bigger vendors, I should say. And, we have some really big vendors coming out, but more of it, I know we're working on the dates, we'll see about that. But overall, this is a great festival. This is one of the meccas of the United States of duck hunting. This is where the layout boat came from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, the history is rich here. I think the biggest thing is, come out to the festival. We have a lot going on.
Yeah.
I think that's what I kind of look into more. And I think both of you guys kind of know like the history kind of geek that I am, like with like the waterfowl aspect of it all, or just hunting in general. The history that goes back into Point Mouille and knowing what it was and wanting to get it back to that point and helping out any way we possibly can get to that point. Just the history and being there. Like last year was the first time being behind a booth and seeing everybody, and it just puts a whole different like perspective. Like I know you've been at booths like with Milwaukee and stuff, but just like it puts a whole different perspective besides like just walking around.
Dude, it's your turf. It's where you grew up. It's where your dad grew up. It's where your grandfather grew up hunting. It's like my grandfather grew up hunting here. My grandfather grew up fishing here. You know how long ago that was? You're talking 100-something years.
Yeah.
And it's still here. You know what I mean?
But even like the big city and Woods and Water though, like we're behind the booth, we're helping out, whatever we can do. Even that aspect of it all though, like just being a part of it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're
back.
part of like the history of it all. That kind of just like touches you, in a sense.
If it doesn't, you're not like passionate enough about this kind of stuff. Then
100%.
I think, in my opinion, because for me, it's like just the history of it all, and like people don't understand how big of a hotbed for duck and goose hunting we are right here on Lake Erie and just in this central area. It's huge, man.
It really
it's
is.
a huge flyway zone, and I don't know, man. Like when I would tell people that down in Arkansas, they're like, "Really?" And I show them pictures. They're like, "Damn, you guys kill a lot of birds up there. We would have never thought that."
Yeah.
It's like, why wouldn't you think that? Look where we're at,
Yeah.
But people just don't know. I don't know.
I think a big thing is too though, like even some like the outfitters. I think that would help out the festival.
I think
a
so
lot.
too. Yeah. The biggest thing is like a lot of outfitters. They're already out. They're already
They're
out
working.
hunting and stuff.
They're working.
They're working.
Right.
So
you can't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean, in a sense where like, I know Rain's going to be there this year. Rain Outdoors. Yep. They're starting off, I believe, this year full outfitting. So shout out to them guys over there. I know they're going to be on the podcast here soon. But just to have a guy or two there to like just to make yourself relevant to everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be selling a bunch of merch or selling a bunch of hunts. Just have a guy there and just put your name out there. A lot of those guys that guide and stuff, a lot of people just want to go there and meet you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I don't think they really realize and understand that they just want to go there and meet, the quote unquote big time guys.
Yeah.
And it's just, like I said, it goes back to, you don't realize how big you are until like you just start talking to these people and understanding on
100%. Yeah.
how much you touch those people.
Right.
I don't know. What are some big what are some of the vendors there that are going to be there?
Well, first of all, I want to talk about Sunday because I talked about
Sunday.
Saturday.
Okay.
So let's talk about Sunday. So Sunday we have the Duck Hunters tournament, which that's going to be pretty cool. Alex is judging. Luke's going to be judging.
Is that the sneak boat?
Yeah, with the sneak boat. So there's going to be like a layout hunt scenario, sneak boat scenario, and then marsh boat scenario.
Man,
there's 3 different scenarios.
I almost want to do that.
Be honest with you, I'm uneducated. What do they do in the 2 different boats? They just paddle, right? From what I know.
So in the sneak boat, you have to like have your paddle down and like you're sneaking towards a duck, right?
You get
and then
points,
you shoot towards a clay.
You get points for like wearing certain colors and everything, even.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
points
the weight,
for what?
So the sneak boat and the punt boat, like the punt gun, right?
Yeah.
Not to cut you off.
Oh, go ahead.
You're sneaking into a raft of ducks, so it'll all be like gray. Like you would blend in like the surrounding. Like down in Kentucky, I shared a thing on my Facebook not that long ago, where they would have a big brown boat and then they were tipping it all the way over to the side, so it almost looked like a log just drifting past a bunch of ducks on the side, and then they would get so close to it where they would roll it back over, and I want to say the back guy shot and then the front guy shot the second time, and they were able to like sneak up on rafts of ducks back in the day and hunt that way.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
So on the river, it was the same way. Like you would have to paddle and slowly get to the rafts of ducks and look like just either a wave or a log or whatever it may be. So they're judging off of, or you guys are going to be judging off of like the wake from the row, or how much movement they're going to be having, or, you know, there's a
safety as well.
Safety,
like,
right.
You have to take in all the Michigan rules. So all the Michigan rules you have to take in consideration.
Damn, I should have took a class for this if I'm going to be judging. Jesus Christ. I didn't know none of that.
There's a whole guide for it.
Anytime I went to the festival, I always just walked around. I never did none of the events. I never really, I only stayed for like the layout shoot.
A lot of people don't watch it. I think that'd be cool if more people watch it, but you know,
I'm so excited.
We're talking about it now, so I think maybe, some people check it out. It's gonna be cool.
Goes back to the history of it all.
Yeah.
Where it all came from and stuff. It's very interesting. A lot of people like we were just talking to Luke about like the goose calling aspect of it all. A lot of people can do your basic goose calls or duck calls, but don't know the ins and outs of why it's doing this or why it's doing that, or why we're here and not here with hunting in general, or where did this come from, or why can't we do this? They don't understand the history behind it all. So this is a prime example to watch this and know where the history behind like the whole duck hunting and
how it used to
like
be.
the sneak boats and the punt guns, and it just, I don't know, just all of that stuff. It's Point Malay is full of history. You just have to understand where to look and what to take in.
Got you.
Like come out. I mean, literally come out, have a good time, learn how to blow a goose call, duck call, get to know everybody, and just like I say, have fun. We're all still learning these things. We're always learning every single day, especially about hunting.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out there, and that's one thing that is true, Luke. There's a lot of people that go around these festivals that are, me and Alex even dealt with that this past weekend at Woods and Water. Don't be scared to go up to a booth and try to like blow a goose call or a duck call. Just go up there, us at GK even, we'll take you behind the scenes where people won't see you, and we'll help you any way we can. A lot of these people that are at these festivals want to help you, not down talk you. So if you have questions, and that's a big thing on this podcast, even, where we want to help you, not down talk you and get you out of the sport. We want to help you succeed and to harvest more birds every year and have, more memorable hunts with family and friends and stuff. It's there's a lot of judgmental people out there in this industry, and you really have to pick through the bad to get to the good, because there are a lot of good people out there.
That's the best way to put it too. Like me and you both growing up, look how many different people and groups we've gone with till me and you finally met and hit it off.
That sounds a little fruity, but
well, you know what I mean. Yeah. It takes a while to weed through the bad people to get to the good people, I would say.
100%.
But there's always people out there that are willing to help, that are willing to take the time, that are willing to show you, teach you, like, but you just can't be afraid to ask, you know?
Yeah.
The best way to put it, and I would tell like apprentices going through the program below me, you can't be afraid to ask questions because at one point everybody was in your shoes.
Oh, 100%. Do never be too prideful to ask questions because the next guy is not better than the next guy.
He was there.
Yeah, he was already
in your
yeah,
shoes.
exactly.
But also don't be that guy who thinks you're better than everyone
Yeah.
else, you know.
In a segment of don't be that guy.
Yeah, for real. Don't be that guy. Because you make a TikTok and an Instagram page, you're Mr. Ultimate Duck Hunter. You're not.
Yeah. It's
Help
just,
people out with your page. Use it for positivity and helping people, not trying to boast yourself. That makes sense.
there's a lot of people with negativity nowadays, and it's just not helping. And that's what kills me too. There's so many people that want, why aren't more people hunting this? Like, why aren't more people hunting? Why aren't we selling more tags? Why isn't this getting better? Why isn't that getting better? Where are all the ducks been? They're not flying down because Grandma Bobby Lee is feeding them with bread or whatever it may be. Put some time and effort into your local, groups and DU and whatever to give back and stop complaining about it and just help solve the problem.
Right.
Don't force people out of the sport. Help people into the sport.
Yeah.
I'm not saying to tell them like where your spots are, but just get them started with it all, man. Let them figure it out. I mean, bird hunting in general, I never thought I'd be even this far with bird hunting. I was a deer hunter when I was growing up and sometimes turkey, but now all I do is, once in a while deer hunt and bird hunt and turkey hunt. Bird hunt and turkey hunt is mainly all I do.
Yep.
I never
I
thought
agree.
I'd be that way.
Me either.
And here I am just because I had the right people that were like able to like lead me on and show me the right things. And we just need more people like that. And the festival is full of that. Just go up to the booths, ask questions, and don't feel stupid asking them.
No, don't.
I don't know.
Yeah, that definitely
rant.
leads into those vendors, though, because pretty much I would say a lot of the vendors that we do have that are hunting related, they're there to help.
Oh, 100%. Like,
We have some really good vendors.
GK, our call sponsored with them guys. When we're running their booth, we like Glenn always tells us, take guys behind a trailer, take guys behind the trailer, let them blow the call, get them away from the crowd, get them away from everybody, and let them blow.
What you guys are doing behind
It sounds a little gay, but
So they don't feel
Hey,
embarrassed. You know what I mean?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, Luke knows, take them behind the trailer, let them, show them.
Whoa.
Yo.
You went behind the trailer with Al?
No.
Wait,
I'm
why
just
did you sound like
saying-
it's a bad thing? I was just wondering if he helped you blow his goose call.
No.
My
It just
God.
it takes the pressure off everybody that's never blew a goose call or a duck call in general, like ever in their whole entire life. It just makes them feel more comfortable of just.
So why
going
did you make
out
that
of the-
sound bad?
I'm not making it sound bad.
He was blowing on that flute.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Luke just got it. Luke just clicked for Luke. No, but go ahead, Alex. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I forgot where we left off.
It was GK. We were out there. We had a lot of people come up to the booth. It wasn't water. We were taking people behind the scenes of it all, behind where people can actually see you attempting to blow a goose call, whether you were good, decent, or bad. I mean, whatever stage you were with the hunting, we were able to help you.
You see how he worded that? Behind the scenes
Yeah,
to
like
help
that.
show you, not take you behind the tree. Oh, man.
It's that one-on-one.
Yeah, it is.
That one-on-one experience, man.
Yeah, we got some good vendors, though, coming.
We
I don't
do.
know what you're doing back there, man. I'm helping these guys learn how to call it geese. What are you doing?
I'm letting them blow on my goose flute, bro. I don't know what to tell you. They're blowing my goose call that I give them off my lanyard. You know what I'm saying?
Glenn hates you now, dude. We're screwed. We're not going to be there anymore this weekend. But no, I'm sorry. Well, so what vendors wise though?
Yeah, so vendor wise, we have some really cool guys coming. You guys, of course, GK, Flippin' Birds, Firebolt, Gator Decoys, Super Match. Those are some of the guys that we got coming. We got Swamp Stick. We got some Bee Saver people. They're selling honey and stuff like that. We got some boat vendors, North Winds Marine and Freeway Sport. Those guys are bringing some really cool boats. Who else we got? We got 8 Point Construction. They're bringing out some deer blinds, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure we have a couple guys that are bringing feed, like supplemental feeds and stuff like that for deer hunting. We got your normal guys that come out, the garage sale guys.
Shout out the garage sale guys. I got a cool decoy from them last year, or 2 years ago.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff. Not to cut you off. So Zach George was in here not that long ago. He found some really like high quality old school decoys from them guys last year. Decoys that people would just walk right by and worth hundreds, but nobody would even know that.
Yeah, you have to look at it.
It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Who else do we got on here? We got Last Flight Calls, big call company.
Yep.
Northern Flight Apparel.
Mm-hmm.
It's another big apparel company. Superior Duck Calls. They're pretty decently big. Dupka Decoys. He's a local guy.
Green Wing Custom Calls.
Green Wing Custom Calls. Yep.
Web Connections.
This
Connections. Is going to be the last show.
Yeah.
That he's ever going
he's
to.
got a ton of stuff all the time, like everything, and pretty cheap too.
Yep. We got, you said Rain Got It Outdoors. They're coming out. I think we have a couple guys that are coming out that are fishing guides as well. But yeah, also we have some used boats too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
It's a mixed bag of a lot of things, but it's I'd say a lot of high end quality stuff.
I think so too.
High end quality people.
Yeah.
Good people, I think.
No, for sure. And it's cool to see, even just from northern Ohio to southern Ohio, southern boats coming from south of Cleveland, I think they are.
Who's that?
Firebolt.
Yeah, he's like in that Cleveland area.
We actually have a lot of people coming from Ohio.
So, but it's cool to kind of see everybody come to one area. I mean, it really is like to our hometown to really get involved with this whole thing.
That's what I mean. Like growing up here, right? Like me and you, our whole life, and now that we're so involved with this and really trying to help the festival out the best we can to our, within our realm, the best we can help it to our degree. But I don't know. I just see it really taking off this year, and I think the following years it's only going to get better.
No, I agree. It's just I can't preach enough. I mean, you can't complain if you're not going to do something about it. I mean, the last 2 years, the booth's been free. The first booth's been free. There's no reason why, as a business company, you shouldn't be taking the opportunity of doing that and promoting it and doing the best that you can to get more people to come and show up. And, from last year onward, I can't see it going downhill from here. I mean, it's up. That's all I could see.
Yep.
Us going up and gaining more traction, and hell, who knows? We might even need more ground in the future.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping for. That is
I really hope so too.
I'm hoping for that.
I just
this
think
year it's gonna be really close. We might have to start turning people away Saturday.
Which is crazy.
That's wild, man.
If you look at the chart, I mean, we're getting close.
More people, the better.
Our biggest crutch is the dates.
The dates is tough. I mean, I know a lot of guys in the outdoor industry, they buy stuff before season and they go to these shows because of, to buy stuff for the upcoming season. And it's tough when, the festival's during season, like I just said. But, you got to look more in depth with it all. People just look at the surface and just skim through everything. They don't really look deep into every single booth. They just kind of walk past it, and I'm victim of it as well. They just kind of walk past it. Like Bay City, there was a vintage booth that I wish that I would have really looked at, but I just skimmed by it, and you just never know what you're passing up.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, it's I don't know.
Overall, I'm excited. I can't wait. We've been waiting for it all summer. Like
we had
since I've joined you guys last year, man. I don't. We've been taught. Me and you've been.
It's finally here.
We got the new shirts coming in, right? They came in.
The shirts will be here. Deer and the waterfowl, but the hats will not.
Wah, wah, wah. But we are going to have our new waterfowl and new whitetail shirts. They're badass. I think they're freaking awesome. I think they're going to sell out. That design is freaking nails, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We haven't even posted it. Maybe I'll do a little sneak peek tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I
Do a little
think
teaser
you
trailer
have
because
to.
that goose design, in my opinion,
Yeah.
so gross.
Maybe we'll do a little sneak peek tomorrow on which would be the day before this podcast drops. So maybe Thursday we'll do a little drop on the shirts and stuff. And I think that's going to go quick, honestly. I think it's going to go quick. And I think a lot of the hoodies are going to go quick this year.
Yeah.
It sucks that we don't have the hats. I mean, those that are listening, if you guys want apparel, get a hold of us on our social media accounts. And we'll ship them out to you or meet up halfway, whatever it may be.
We can ship.
I mean, depending if you're close or not. You know.
Yeah, if you're a local guy, maybe we could meet up, hang out at the podcast room. But other than that, we can ship to wherever, whenever.
Yeah. So just one of them things. If you guys do want apparel, I know we haven't really been promoting it a lot lately. And that's one thing that is a group that we're going to be doing more of. Especially hats, since hats aren't going to be in here in time for the festival. Anybody that's interested in hats, we'll be posting those on social media too. So again, if you're interested, let us know. Contact us on social media. Get at us. Get you a hat.
Speaking about that merch, though, Point Mouille has our own merch too.
Oh,
we got some pretty cool stuff coming.
Yeah,
we have
the design this year on the shirts.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, we had the retro camo hats. We had the hat that I'm wearing right now, the tan hat. All what are they? The Richardson hats or whatever.
He's got the gray one with the blue and yellow, right? That's the third model.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's cool too.
Yep. Yeah. So we have a lot. We have a couple different varieties of hats, shirts, sweatshirts, whatever. So come up to I'll be right by the Point Mouille office.
Oh yeah, that one's cool, Luke. I do like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's the one Luke has.
St. Louis Blues looking.
Yeah. Yeah, so
what event you most excited for?
Ooh. You know what? I haven't said this yet. Sunday, 2:30, right before everything ends, we have the mud run.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to watch that.
I heard it's, and I've never stayed.
Do you sign up there?
You sign up there.
Will I be judging then or no?
I think you'll be done by then.
We should be done by then.
I think you'll be done by then.
I might have to do that because I'm going to be honest with you. I might win.
People are wearing like garbage bags on each foot.
You ain't winning
their
shit.
Muck boots.
I'm wearing my waders if I do it.
Can you go barefoot?
Some people go barefoot, but
you want to go barefoot in that water, man?
Dude, are you kidding me? I don't give a flying, bro. I will literally I'll go in a swimsuit.
Till you get that cut.
I'll go in a swimsuit. No shirt, no nothing, dude. I'll go in underwear. I don't care.
Yeah, but you must have missed the sign at the front of the festival, man.
What? What's that, man?
No shoes, no shirt, no service, mofo.
No shoes, no shirt.
I might have to partake in that. I'm going to get these old hockey legs moving, man, because once they get moving, it's like a train. They don't stop.
You know, it's a really fast run. It's not even... Have you seen it?
Is it long distance?
It's like not even 50 yards.
Oh, really?
It's across that little muck canal right there where the dogs run at.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it.
So they have a girl one and they have a guy one.
I'm going to enter the girl one.
I'm going to tell you one thing, man.
I identify as a woman. Ain't that right, Kyle?
No. You ain't coming back to that booth unless you go in the shower, man. 'Cause you're going to be smelling like muck. Smelling like wet dog.
That's a really
As long as they got a hose there, I'll be good.
I'm looking forward to that one. That's my favorite.
As long as they got what?
A hose.
Oh,
I'm sure they do.
I thought you said something else.
No.
What are you looking forward to, Kyle?
Honestly, just me. Like, like meeting everybody, man. Just to talk to everybody. I love talking hunting with everybody. Seeing how everybody's season's going, and just like meeting the new people, man. I met so many people last year, and I love talking to people that back the brand and back the podcast and back the page, and it's so nice to get that feedback from people and appreciation from people that appreciate what we're doing and take a little bit pieces of what we talk about and put them into their hunting situations and stuff. I mean, it definitely means a lot to me, because from the very beginning, it's if I could reach 1 to 2 people per podcast, that's all I care about. I don't care who else listens, as long as 1 or 2 people per podcast understand and learn something, then I'm happy with it. So that is a thing where, talking to the people that listen to the podcast and follow us on social media and follow along with our journey and our hunting path, it means a lot to me. So that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds a little cliche, but it is what it is.
I think that's pretty cool. And I think you're going to meet some kids that are going to be going to the youth hunt the next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And, maybe line something up with a hunt or something like that. Because I think a lot of local kids are looking for someone that can get them into it because they're interested into it, but they don't have, the
mentor.
A mentor, like a father or uncle that hunts,
Yeah, that's got to be hard then.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Saturday I won't be able to go to the youth hunt because of work. I don't know about Fonz. We haven't talked about the group wise, but I plan on being there possibly early in the morning or afterwards of the hunt. And maybe giving some shirts away and some apparel away as well. I mean, we're going to be there.
I'll probably be there.
Whether we're there or not.
I got to figure all that out yet, but I'll probably most likely be there.
Even if you guys could line something up with some kids, take them out hunting, not even youth hunting, but,
for
something
sure.
like that. I think
Throughout
that's
the year.
pretty awesome, yeah.
Yeah, we got a kid. We got a couple kids. I can't say. Yeah, never mind. I shouldn't say that. Never mind. I'll leave it at that. No, but that's one thing. I mean,
who, what, when, where, and
why? We start feeling bad for Carter. Little Carter.
Oh man.
Yeah.
My name's Carter.
No, Carter, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Caboose.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Carter. My friends don't want to hunt. They don't want to scout.
Yeah, Carter.
Big whoop, man.
Yeah, Carter's probably gonna be listening to this.
Yeah, stay in your lane too, big boy.
That sounded like someone.
Stay out of your lane.
No, don't stay out of your lane. Stay in your lane.
Oh yeah. Stay in your lane, Carter. I feel bad for Carter once in a while, so it's almost like a
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Make-A-Wish hunt with him.
He kind of looks like a Make-A-Wish kid.
And I know Mike will be laughing at this. At least I hope he's laughing at this, and I hope Mike gave him a slap on the neck when he swerved out of his lane. But no, all jokes aside, though, that's a thing where even last year, bringing some new guys in, and years even before that, bringing some new guys in, whether kids are, a little bit older, taking them out for the first time hunting, whether it be turkey hunting or waterfowl hunting. I love that shit, man.
So do I. It's my favorite thing in the world, especially when it's a good one and they light up and you can just tell it made their life, man.
Yeah.
That's what they were expecting, and you can fulfill that dream for them, dude.
Well, it's almost like it's honestly almost like what when you got your turkey last year. I could feel like the switch click almost. If that makes
how
sense.
excited I got!
Yeah, but even the excitement won, but you understood turkey hunting a little bit more than you did before.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? You got that adrenaline rush. You understood
that painted the picture for me.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of aspect of it all. I mean, for people like that getting into anything, that's the whole reason why we do it. You know what I mean? And not saying it's just you, but just anybody that gets into something new or something that is out of their lane. You know
dude, it was awesome.
Yeah,
It was awesome. That's one of the best feelings I've ever had, I think, hunting wise.
It's pretty crazy, man.
That whole sequence of the whole way it happened. We've talked about it a million times on the podcast, but yeah, 100%.
You heard about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Luke, you hear about that? Rip, you hear about that? Because I'll tell somebody else too. I don't care.
We all know that first adrenaline rush when ducks fly in or decoys before shooting light, and it's like, your heart's racing like a.
Well, we all
nonstop.
don't. We all don't know that.
But the beginners, that's never seen this ever before.
Oh, you're saying when they get that feeling?
When they get that feeling,
Yeah,
They wanna
that's what
shoot
gets
right
you
away.
hooked.
that's what gets you hooked. And
Yeah.
then when we just been out there for 3-4 years, still doing it, it still makes you.
Yeah, that feeling never goes away.
No,
when
it
you
never
love
goes
it as much as we all do and you have the passion for it, yeah, and that feeling never goes away. I still get that way now.
Oh, I still do too.
How many geese and ducks have, in our lives, have we, oh my God, all of us probably killed so many, and it's every single time when I watch them just honk and float and float and float, and you wait for that word, and it's just your heart.
Kill 'em!
Yeah, it's
And you
just,
kill
yeah.
1 out of 3.
And you
Crazy.
kill half of 1 out of 3. Yep.
But that's the thing where I even get excited about though. Even Saturday's hunt, man. I know you didn't think they were that close at first until you seen the video. But
I'll be honest with you, I was paying attention, but I wasn't, because I was fucking with the dog.
well, they came in quick, man.
I
Because
know.
they were high, and I seen them. And I started calling to them, and they spun.
Wham, spin
I
the
don't
bin.
know with you two, if you guys are very familiar with the migrators, they're so high they got to spin a couple times and then come down into the hole. These guys just were hugging pumpkins, if you know what I'm saying. They were just cupped so hard that they were just in the hole.
Just floating, man.
And
Not a flap in sight, just floating. I looked up.
They came in quick and heavy, and to get birds that close for people, that's what I enjoy. We see these videos all the time on social media where these guys are shooting birds at 80, 90 yards away, and it's like, man, what the heck is going on right now? And to be able to get birds in that close and still miss. No, I'm just joking. But to get the birds in that close, it's a whole different side of hunting that a lot of people don't get to see. I guess I don't know, but going back to the festival, man. What you got, Luke?
Well, back to what you were saying. It's just watching the migration birds up so high, and watching you, Kyle, actually work them into your spread just blows my mind.
Blows your mind?
Yeah, because you can actually calling the birds and actually working the birds is the biggest thing that I'm still trying to work on. You got a big spread so far away that you're still trying to bring close to you. You're bringing all these birds from so far away, and you make it look so easy, but it's not. That's the time it takes, all the effort, and
Well, you said it right there, though, is just the time being out there, right?
And learning.
most
It's-
experience.
Yep.
To be a successful waterfowl hunter, in my opinion, you have to put the time in and just go out there and hunt, or even just maybe not even hunt, just go out there and sit and watch these birds. You have to understand these birds. You have to understand these birds' body language. You have to understand that sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's just not the right flock of birds
Yeah,
that want to be in there.
Sometimes it's just them, dude.
And some birds are more stupider than others.
Yeah. Some are more receptive to the call. Some are just,
Right.
you get juvies, you got molts.
It's just one of those things where, we might have been seeing some migrators last weekend that just got up 10 miles away that are on their journey, and they don't want to touch down yet.
yeah.
They want to just keep on
We
rolling.
don't want to keep rolling.
That's fine. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? And you have to understand that it's just understanding body language in waterfowl hunting and kind of any hunting in reality is such a huge thing. And again, breaking it down, whether it's understanding how a goose call works, or understanding how the birds are flying, or understanding just how they're feeding in a field, just anything. You know what I mean? There's so much more. Understanding the history at the waterfowl festival, or there's so many different aspects that people just absolutely miss and do it for the wrong reasons, whether it be for social media or likes or follows or whatever it may be. Just people are kind of getting away from like the history behind it all. And that's why I think Point Mouille is such a good waterfowl festival and just atmosphere to be around, to kind of bring you back to the basics and bring you back to where it all started. And it takes a special person to understand that, but if you do
get the most out of it,
Point Mouille is a spot to be.
Yeah.
I think it is too. Like you, with the decoy show we have going on, there's a lot of older guys that have been carving for years that are duck hunters. You go up to the decoy show, you ask them questions, and they'll tell you anything, about how they set it up and how they started hunting and how they do everything.
Right.
But we have a lot of people that are coming to the festival that have 70 years of experience.
Yeah.
Of duck hunting.
Yeah.
Dick Whitwam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
and here's the thing though too.
They're willing to answer those questions though.
All day long.
The hunting that they did back in the day isn't like hunting today, right?
No.
But same thing like I told the apprentices with, everybody was in your shoes, right? You have to take bits and pieces from the people that used to hunt or still hunt and take bits and pieces and make it your own that works.
Yeah.
Right? Just because this guy's whole thing doesn't work doesn't mean this little bit won't work.
Yeah.
Take this guy's piece, take that guy's piece, just listen to like what they got to say and understand. I know maybe the numbers are different from where they used to hunt or like just everything's different. But it doesn't mean that you can't listen and know the knowledge and the history and what those guys have been through.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And again,
that's what makes an hunter.
Right.
You take pieces and bits from other people, from, their experiences.
Right. And again, Point Mouille is a...
That's the place to do it at. We have so many people who have so many different experiences experience in general.
And I'm not taking away from like the Bay City Waterfall Festival or Woods and Water or, any other show in the country. But I will say like just the Point Mouille, it's more of that family grown, this is where it started for a lot of us, and this is what we love, and this is the land that we love. You go to a lot of these shows like Bay City, like I said, it's a great show, don't get me wrong, but you don't run into a lot of guys that love it there.
That are true born and bred right there from Saginaw, that have been hunting that their whole life, that take pride in that festival.
Not like Point
here.
Mouille. They don't have the same, just want,
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
It's smaller.
Man.
It's more homegrown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more hardy. It's just, I don't know.
And it is kind of
hard
tough
to explain
because you want it to grow and you want these bigger vendors to come in and you want this whole thing to reach like other states and stuff. But let's face it. I mean, they will never take it as we do.
Right.
Which is fine. But they still get to see a whole different aspect of hunting. How many people get to see Lake Erie hunting or like the background of it all? Not a lot.
Right.
A lot of people like down even south, they see a lot of
dude, they don't know
private
shit
land,
about up here.
Duck hunting properties and they're flooding their own stuff. Again, which is fine, but the roots behind it all.
Dude, birds up here were killed on public land, like even in my experience of hunting the water. Like we've had days like where it's nonstop where you're calling people to come out because you're like, dude, we're going to like, we need more people. Like this is, you can literally see them fly from Canada at times at certain points where you're at on the water.
100%.
You can see them pick up and fly. Like where else are you going to see that? You're literally sitting there watching the migration happen. There's not a lot of places that you can do that, dude. It's a special place. And I take so much pride in being from here and hunting here.
Oh, 100%.
I do. And when anybody ever tries this shit talking, I take it to heart. I get pissed, because there's really no shit talking it. It's a great area.
If you think about it, this is the first place in the Mississippi. In the Mississippi Flyway. This is one of the first places, like when birds are migrating.
Yeah.
This is one of the first places
they hit and stop. Oh yeah, 100%.
I feel like we should do a podcast on that pretty soon with Glenn's dad.
Oh yeah,
about even like the Jack Miner sanctuary over there, because Jack Miner,
I'd love to have Bob
is so close, but we hardly ever get him over here.
It's literally like 20 miles from the boat.
We have a biologist that's coming on, or not the biologist, the director for Southeast Michigan Ducks Unlimited, coming on to be able to talk about more of the history of like even just Southeast. And I really want to start getting into more of like the migration patterns and the weather over the years and what's been seen on, the
analytics of it.
Yeah, that's a big word for me. I can't say that. But you guys got anything else to say about the festival coming up this weekend?
I don't think so. We have a lot going on at the festival. It's going to be awesome. We're giving away in the raffle. We have a gun in the raffle. We have Lazy Boy chair. We have Milwaukee tools. We have so many different things given away.
Calls,
in
right?
In the raffle. We have the auction. We're also giving. We have another gun raffle as well. So we have two pretty much gun raffles in general. We have a lot of different things going on, and it all goes back to Point Malay. All the money goes back to Point Malay, and it's a great event.
I mean, without this event here, we don't have
Point Malay.
The roots.
No.
We don't have the history.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people overlook that.
Yep.
I think a lot of people do.
I'm excited.
No,
so
I am too.
This weekend, man, September 14th and 15th.
Yeah,
come on out, man.
Come check us out. We'll be at booth 101, 102, and 103.
Right when you walk in, you'll see us.
We'll be at our booth, Great Lakes Outdoors booth. We'll be at GK's booth, which is the 102 and 103. And we might be bouncing around to some of our sponsors that are going to be there, actually. Flipping Birds, which is going to be 104. Firebolt Calls, which is going to be 106. And then Gator Decoys, which is going to be 105. Some of our other sponsors that I really want to thank, as always, Migra Ammunition. Been shooting those guys for a while now, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate those guys over there. And just a shell, I mean, they're just knocked down and stone cold killer shells.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't wait for you guys to be shooting them this year.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm telling you, man, it's a game changer.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's a game changer. Top Duck Outfitters with our boy Paul. Don't call him for a turkey hunt. Call him for a fishing experience. Sorry, Paul.
Call him for a waterfall or fishing experience.
Paul's all around great guy, man. I love Paul.
Paul's a great guy, very knowledgeable in both aspects of waterfowl hunting and fishing. You're going to get the most, and turkey. We just give him shit. You're going to get the most out of any hunt or fishing trip that you do with Paul. Very, very knowledgeable. I can't express it enough. And he's a super good guy to probably be on the boat with. He's super funny, and he'll keep you entertained, so...
And like I said, GK Calls, we're going to be running their booth at the festival this weekend, so hopefully you guys are buying some calls, hopefully buying our merchandise. We'll have a bunch of new merch there for ourselves. GK will have merch with new Rumbler that they just came out with. A bunch of new colors. I mean, I didn't even know they had some of the colors until we went to Woods and Water Show this past weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those calls are blowing me away. SX Decoys, we run those decoys nonstop all year. Screw those silhouettes we're running. That
super realistic, man.
Love them. Point Moulet, obviously. Without those guys, I mean, I don't even know where I'd be at today with the history and the festival and
growing up hunting there, man. Yeah. Learned a lot there.
This festival is why we're doing what we're doing. Gibraltar Duck Hunters Association, and same thing with those guys. I mean, how much they're giving back and helping out with even like the Point Moulet, whether it be the rollers or just helping out any way they possibly can.
Festival in general, they just they chip in wherever they can. They give back to the youth and the community, and super good program over there.
I talked about Firebolt game calls. We use all of their turkey calls, gator decoys. We use all of their decoy poles. They're coming out with a bunch of new stuff, and I really can't wait. And I'm super excited
to see what they got coming in the lineup.
Yeah,
because their extension poles for the Lucky Ducks are the most stout that I've ever seen for a Lucky Duck pole.
Very durable.
Yeah.
Screw the whole button clips and just
3D printed freaking Lucky Duck holder that breaks after 3 uses. Yeah, no, that's not gator decoys.
But no, we this weekend's gonna be a fun weekend. I hope to see everybody there. After this weekend, we're gonna have a bunch of new podcasts coming out with a bunch of vendors and sponsors that back us, and we back them to the fullest completely. But anything else from you guys?
No, come out. It's gonna be a great time. There's gonna be a lot of people there.
Yeah, come talk with us. Come talk with Chris. Whoever, man.
Yeah, I'll be out there.
We're ready to talk.
Come out.
Luke, you got anything else, man?
Yeah, Luke.
Come on, Luke.
No, nothing else. Just come out, have a good time, and learn a lot from all the vendors and blow a duck call if you never blew a duck call or a goose call.
Hey, I got you.
Luke, I love it, man.
Come out and have a good time.
Before I forget, again, the guy from Woods and Water, if you can message us on social media, I'd love to hook you up with some apparel, hat, hoodie, shirt, whatever it may be.
We're gonna profile check you though. Make sure it's you. So don't be trying to trying to scam the scammers. All right.
Yeah, I how do we do that, man?
I remember what he looked like. I could tell you right now if it was him or not.
I know what row we were in.
I remember exactly what he looked like. I could tell you that right now. If I looked at a picture, I'd know it was him or not.
All right. Well, that if you were him at Woods and Water that stopped me and Fonz, please get a hold of us on social media. Hopefully you're at Point Mouille.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But hopefully see everybody at Point Mouille this weekend. Hopefully everybody put some time in and goes to the festival this year.
Buy a shirt, buy a hat, buy a hoodie, give back to the program.
Buy a shirt and another hoodie from Point Mouille too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not how it used to be. This is a new chapter of Point Mouille.
Yep.
We're turning this thing around.
Let's do it.
And bring me a beer at that. No. All right. Until next weekend, guys, I appreciate it. I hope to see you guys at the festival. And until next time, we'll see you guys.